And then I think you're ready to go, brother.
Am I ready?
You're ready to go. Go.
Okay. I didn't know if that meant like you started. Anyways, hello guys, and welcome back to MMA Brothers podcast. It's Daryl,
It's Asher.
and we got a special guest on the podcast, Gabe. Gabe, how you doing?
I'm good, guys. How are you guys?
Very, very good, thank you. I mean, weather's very cold for my standards. It's like minus 14 here. Depending on the wind.
-47 here.
I don't know.
Honestly, I think it's supposed to be like close to 10 degrees in South Korea today. So mans are kind of like, woo, I can go outside. Yes, it does snow for those who don't know. It does snow. It does get cold here. But today I'm kind of lucky. So it's not too bad. But yeah, so today we're going to be doing the preview of UFC 258. Kamaru Usman, Marty Fake, Newsman. He's back. He's back, baby. Mr. Foot Stomps. He's ready
Stomping Tom.
Stomping Tom. He's ready to stomp on Gilbert Burns' feet, dog. Let's go. So we're going to be doing the main card preview of this fight. So Daryl, if you don't mind scrolling down to the bottom of the card, we're going to start from the bottom of the main card. And the first fight is going to be Jim Miller versus Bobby Green. Now, these guys, I don't know how long Jim Miller's been in the UFC for. I would say like
2008.
2008?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
8.
Yeah. Oh, when you were 8 is what you said.
Well, that was 2008 too.
Oh, okay. So I guess the math just works out.
Yeah.
But yeah, Jim Miller, he's been in the UFC for a minute, right? So look at that record: 32 wins and 15 L's, right? Versus Bobby Green, 27-11. So this one I already know it's going to be a crazy fight because Bobby Green, every fight of his is really, really good. He likes to stand and bang. Jim Miller doesn't mind to stand and bang too, but he does prefer to wrestle at sometimes. So the height difference between the two is 2 inches. Bobby Green is slightly taller. This fight's going to be at 155. The reach is exactly the same. If you don't mind scrolling down to see how these fighters win, Daryl. So how they get it done, Bobby Green has better hands with the KO percentage, and then Jim Miller can get some wins as well by submission. So in this fight, I'm going to go with Bobby Green. He's the younger, fresher fighter. Packs a little more of a punch in his hands, and yeah, I just have the feeling that he's going to be able to get this one done. Who are you picking, Gabe?
This one's tight for me. Jim Miller's been around for a long time. He's fought all the who's of the division. He's fought Poirier. They actually both have fought Poirier. They both lost, unfortunately. But yeah, like if you look at Jim Miller's record, of his 32 wins, I think around half of them are submission wins. And then a lot of his losses are decisions. So he'll go the distance, he'll lose. He's lost he's been in the UFC for a long time, he's been a fighter for a long time. But when he does lose, it usually goes the distance. So there's some durability there. Bobby Green, as you can see there, pretty evenly stacked percentages there with KO, subs, and decisions. I'm going to go with Jim Miller. I just think like if Bobby comes out swinging, he could get caught and submitted. So he's got to watch his striking. But I think Jim's going to get it done on the ground.
Daryl?
Yeah, good take. I'm gonna go with Bobby Green. He, like as I said, there's something if you're a fighter like Clay Guida and all these other wrestling heavy, take you down heavy guys, as you get older, it gets easier and easier to get caught with punches, right? And Jim's a seasoned vet, as we both. So I think it's gonna end up Bobby Green's gonna start the fight, Jim's gonna shoot, sprawl, gonna go into the second round, and then Jim's gonna shoot right into a knee or get caught in with an uppercut as he's going down, and then that's gonna be all she wrote. Am I gonna be wrong? 100%. But
this is number one bullshit.
We'll move on to Mackie Pitolo versus Julian Marquez. Gabe, do you want to take this one?
Yeah, sure. So Mackie Pitolo has a record of 13-7. Marquez 7-2. They're both American. Marquez does have the slight, it's a bit of a height advantage at 6'2" over 5'10" on Pitolo. Their reach, Pitolo has 3-inch advantage. and leg reach, Marquez has the advantage. So just looking at the percentages here, both of them, a lot of their finishes are by way of KO, 54% for Pitolo and 86% for Marquez. Pitolo has a slight advantage with subs. And I guess according to this, Marquez has no decisions. So yes, on the distance, I guess. So Pitolo has the advantage there to weather the storm. So I don't know a whole lot about these guys. I do know, though, if you guys are familiar with Darren Stewart.
The dentist?
Yeah, the dentist. That's right. Pitolo, they both fought him. Pitolo lost, and Marquez won. So that's something I kind of thought about there. I believe Pitolo, he fought in Bellator, I'm pretty sure, right?
I'm not 100% sure on Pitolo.
Yeah,
He's a
I
rising
can't
up and
remember.
comer in the UFC, so I haven't really learned too much about him yet.
Yeah, I was looking at something earlier. I think I noticed like the blue and red, Bellator gloves or something. But for this one, I'm gonna go. It's tough. I think I'm gonna go with Pitolo, just based on the fact with the decisions there. He's gone the distance more than Marquez, and octagon time, as we've seen in cards pretty recently. If you don't go the distance, if you don't have that gas tank, not saying Marquez doesn't have the gas tank, but if you haven't gone into those deep waters per se, could play a factor in the fight. So just based off of the gas tank and the decision percentage, I'm going to go with Mackie.
Okay, good. That was a great breakdown. Very, very informative. Thank you for that, Gabe. And I'm going to go with Julian Marquez. And I don't know too much about either of these fighters, but as an opposing fighter, if I'm fighting up against a guy who has an 86% KO rate, the hands are very dangerous. So you're going to want to be very careful. And, Mackey's no slouch at 54%. But whenever I see such a high TKO, KO number, I know this fight's going to be definitely very interesting because Julian, and by him not winning any decisions, either he's getting finished or you're getting finished, right?
Do you guys remember
like that?
Do you guys remember that KO Julian Marquez had over Spencer Hawes? Spencer Hawes was a guy, I think, in his last fight that won in like 20 seconds, right? By TKO or KO on the Dana White Tuesday Night Contender Series. Yeah. Spencer Hawes was by the cage, is getting wrestled by Marquez on the way up. Marquez throws a head kick, then Hawes just falls to the ground. I was like, yo, Marquez is a beast, bro.
Yeah, then he got injured or something, right? And then that's why he hasn't been fighting these guys. But he's nice, bro. His stand-up is nice, and he carries power. Every single thing he throws can turn the lights out. So I'm going to go with Julian Marquez. Who you got, Asher?
I'm going to go with Marquez, too. I think that, I don't think his gas tank is there, but it's only a 3-round fight. So I do think Marquez is going to try and put the pressure on him in the first round or two to get the KO. And yeah, I just think he's going to be searching for it. I do think he can get caught, obviously. But something about Marquez, man, I just have the feeling that he's going to be able to get it done. But I'm going to pick Marquez.
All right, moving on.
I'll break this one down. Okay. So, did you want to do it?
No, go ahead.
Yeah, so got Kelvin Gastelum versus Ian Heinrich. So the Hurricane. Kelvin Gastelum, everybody knows him, 16-6-1, and Ian Heinrich is 14-3 with his MMA record. I don't know if you guys have seen some of the embeddeds, but Kelvin Gastelum's looking a little thicker than he usually does, And I'm like, I don't know if this guy's gonna make weight. Like, I was just like, dude, the guy has also not made weight sometimes at 185. Like, bro, you used to fight at 170. How are you missing weight at 185? Like, I don't know.
He's a big dude, bro. Yeah, he's 5'9", but he's a stocky guy, bro. That's why he packs power. That's why he knocked out Bisping.
Fight at 170, remember?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, he used to miss weight at 170, he moved out to 185. He's missing weight at 185. I'm like, bro, it's a 15-pound difference, bro.
Yeah, but like at least he's filling out his frame again, right? I don't know. I cut him some slack.
He's a mini fridge. I know what you mean. Like he doesn't carry a lot of muscle, but he's thick.
He does carry bare muscle, bro. He's he does well for himself, I think. But yeah,
we're enough talking about his body. But so Ian Heinrich, speaking of rock bods, Ian Heinrich, the guy is a tank, bro. This guy is just all muscle, all power. I don't even think he can like throw like a straight jab because of how much muscle he has. He's just
Okay,
like,
so this
yeah,
guy,
yeah,
stop talking about bodies and this guy's just sucking off Ian Heinrich. What's wrong with you?
Yeah, whatever floats your
Ian,
boat, man. Like it's all good. It's all good.
Yeah, I know.
2020
I mean, but
it's 2021, brother. It's 2021.
no, I'm not. I'm not. No. Don't get it twisted. I was just saying he tells me to stop.
It is what it is.
Haters, bro. Come on. What's wrong with you?
So yeah, Ian Heinrich, he's actually liked a couple posts on MMA Brothers Pod on IG, surprisingly. So thank you for that, Ian. And I'm not listening to this, but it's all good. He's 5'11". Kevin Gastelum's probably one of the shorter middleweights at 5'9", and then reach is only half an inch disadvantage for Gastelum. So the reach is pretty much on par. If you scroll down, see how these fighters get it done. I'm sure Kevin Gastelum has a higher KO percentage, which I'm right at 44%. Ian Heinrich at 36%, and then decisions pretty much for Ian the rest of the way. So Ian Heinrich, I know he got a KO victory in his last fight or the fight before that. I can't remember who his last opponent was. Like Kevin Gastelum's last opponent was Jack Hermanson, and he took a tough L in that one because Kevin Gastelum came to fight. He's throwing left hands, he's throwing right hands, looping punches, trying to KO Jack Hermanson, but then it went to the ground. I think Kevin Gastelum actually took Hermanson down, and then somehow Gastelum was just leaving his legs dangling, and he was like, "True, like whatever, I don't care." And then he got submitted. I was like, "Dude, why are you leaving your legs there, bro? Like, what are you doing?" You know. So it was a tough L for Gastelum to take. I think that was a couple months ago. So he took some time to regroup. I honestly believe Kelvin Gastelum on his best day has a chance to be a champion in this division. Like, you've seen how he fought Izzy. Nobody's taking Izzy like that. He can probably fight well with Whitaker because Whitaker is not a huge 185er. He could struggle against somebody like Paulo Costa, who's huge and 185. But imagine Paulo Costa versus Kelvin Gastelum. Tell me that. Right?
I'm getting excited. It's not even booked. I'm getting excited.
Exactly, right? It's just gonna be mayhem all which way. Just somebody's gonna get knocked out.
That's
you know
fucking illegal.
So I don't know how that played. But anyways, so in this fight, I'm gonna be going with Kelvin Gastelum. I don't think Ian Heinrich is at KG's level. I think Ian Heinrich is gonna get KO'd probably first or second round. Because I don't think he's going to be worried about the takedowns from Heinrich. So I'm picking KG. Gabe, who you got?
Yeah, I got Gastelum too. He's lost the last couple now, but I mean, look at who he's fighting. Like, he fought Jack Hermanson, he fought Darren Till, which was a close fight.
Wait, he's on a 3-fight losing streak, boys. It's not.
Yeah, but still though, but look at who he's fighting, right? Because I'm going to compare the two. So Gastelum loses to Izzy, right? And I mean, let's face it, that was Izzy's hardest competition, I'd say. I mean, he put the most damage on Izzy, right? And then he goes and fights Till, decision loss, and then goes and loses to Hermanson. I believe it was like a knee bar or something. It was submission in the first round. So look at who he fought. He fought the top guys. Ian, not knocking anything from him, but his last win was against Gerald Mearshart.
Got the guy who got one bombed by
Kamzat.
Yeah, Kamzat.
And then his last two were losses. He lost to what's his name, Akhmodev or whatever his name is, that other middleweight. And then he lost to Derek Brunson in a decision too. So if you compare the two, I'm taking Calvin all day, because like if you look at his last 3 losses, it's like, I mean, he wasn't losing to bums, right? So that's who I'm looking at.
And all of them have been competitive fights, except for the Hermanson one where he got caught. So KG, it's not like he's fallen off. No. He's a super sick fighter. So
yeah, you're roasting his body, bro. Allow him.
I just said like he's struggling to make weight, and I'm like, you shouldn't. But KG, don't come after me, KG.
It's all love. We love you.
But yo, honestly, it's kind of like DC. DC made 205, then came in at the heavyweight max. Like, yo, DC, come on, bro. Come on, DC.
A lot of people, like Andy Ruiz, right? Mm-hmm. Everyone was roasting him. They're like, oh, like he's not going to beat Anthony Joshua, right? Like, he's fat. Yeah. Whatever. People don't realize that just because like you have excess fat doesn't mean there's not muscle beneath it. Like, you can have a lot of muscle beneath a lot of fat too. And what that extra fat does, I mean, it doesn't look great, but it's like wearing pillows around you. So when you're absorbing those punches, you don't feel them as much as say you're super shredded, right? You might have all these muscles, but you're gonna feel those punches a lot more because there's a lot less protecting those, your bones and everything, right? So
Roy Nelson's a great example too.
yeah, Roy Nelson, man, that's true.
Big country rubs his belly.
Big country. After he knocks you out, I was like, yo, I gotta eat, dog.
Yeah, exactly. No, but I won't harp on it too much. I'm gonna go also with Kelvin Gastelum. I just think that he needs. This is gonna be a statement. I'm back victory. It's gonna be pretty bad for Ian Heinisch because I don't really see Heinisch TKO and Kelvin. If he does get TKO'd by Ian, Kelvin should maybe go to Bellator. You know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't get easier after this, right? So we'll move on. Macy Barber versus yeah, and listen, boys, I'm not even gonna pretend here that I'm some sort of expert on either of these two ladies. So I'll let you.
No,
two
Gabe's got this one. Gabe's got this
and all I know is Macy is the future. She works with Ben Askren, so she's probably nasty at wrestling. So I'm picking Macy Barber.
Ben Askren, so she's probably nasty with her stand up. Let's go, Macy.
I know she's probably tragic to stand up with Ben Askren.
She's butter with her stand up.
But yeah, I'm just putting my pick in Macy Barber because of Ben Askren. She's a higher ranked fighter too. There it is. I'm done. Gabe asked her to have at it.
Shout out to Gabe, by the way. Alexa Grasso may be hopping on the pod, right, Gabe?
Yeah.
So
So I reached out to her and her team. They're not doing any interviews right now, obviously, because they're the fight's on Saturday and everything. But they said to reach out after the fight, so we might have Alexa Grasso and the team come on the podcast. So we'll see what happens.
I mean, I pick Alexa Grasso now. Sorry, my bad.
Take that back. Alexa Grasso, greatest of all time.
He's gonna finish it by TKO win first round. It's gonna be crazy.
Alexa Grasso flying the KO in 5 seconds.
Why not, Amanda? We don't know you anymore. Like,
how do you say it? My say Barber? Like a Barber?
I don't know who she is. I don't know.
Who is that?
Normal. It's normal. Come on, guys. It's normal. What the fuck is that?
I did not mean to play that. I clicked the wrong one.
I was like, huh? That doesn't go at all. But anyways, Gabe,
I clicked the wrong one. I clicked the wrong one. My bad.
It's okay, ahead. Gabe.
Yeah. Macy. Obviously her last fight, disappointing injury. But you know what? Honestly, her last fight, even though she lost, I think that was her most impressive fight. Because she fought on a torn ACL for the last 2 rounds or whatever it was. Like Roxanne Modafferi, whatever, she busted up Barber's knee there, and she had to fight. I think it was 2 rounds or a round or 2 on a torn ACL or whatever it was. So that shows the heart of a lion. If you're able to withstand that pain and still fight on it, even though you lost, I think that shows, she is the future. She's only 22, which is impressive. She's beat Jillian Robertson. There's a couple other names. I'm trying to think. Oh, JJ Aldrich. So a couple names there that she's beaten. And yeah, one unfortunate loss, but I think that loss showed a lot about her. Alexa Grasso, she's had a lot of good fights too. One notable one was against Carolina. She got the win there. She's lost to Tatiana Suarez and Carla Esparza, but good fighters. She's fighting quality fighters every fight. She's not fighting, random no names. So yeah, I think it's going to be tight. I could see this one going the distance. Maybe when Alexa comes on, she can roast me. But I'm going to give the slight edge to Macy. So we'll have something to talk about if Alexa wins.
Ooh, Alexa, don't you forget, I got you. I got you.
Alexa, you can
Alexa, can you please hop on the podcast? But Alexa, I don't got you. You're gonna lose, Alexa.
I gotta go with my gut, but it's gonna be good. I could see a decision. It's gonna
First
be
question when you interview her is so Alexa, how did it feel to lose to Barber? I won some money on her.
The one that I picked. I know you're on the show, but sorry about that.
Shout out to MMA Genie for commenting. I got your posts on, brother. He's got a Macy Barber winning by decision. For me, I'm gonna pick. By the way, this guy interviewed Ariel Helwani. This guy's the real deal. But yeah, I'm gonna be picking. This is tough because I want to say Macy Barber is gonna win, but then again, I'm biased. So Actually, I'm gonna go with Barber. I'm going with Macy Barber. Look at that KO percentage, man. She's got the hands, and I think she's gonna be the bigger fighter too in terms of size. So her submission game is not there, but then again, Alexa Grasso is not there either. So most of this fight is going to be contested on the feet, I think. And then I think Macy Barber is the more aggressive fighter and is going to be able to get it done. So I'm going to be picking Macy. Daryl, who you got for this one?
I already told you, brother. Alexa Grasso for the TKO first round win. That's what I'm going with. All right. I'm breaking this one down, Asher, because this is my boy. This is my boy.
Then we go to sleep.
The Nigerian nightmare, Kamaru. Kamaru. Okay, versus Gilbert, Dorino, whatever. But this is in the welterweight division. Kamaru Usman 17-1-0. Gilbert Dorino Burns with 19-3. The Nigerian nightmare is obviously from Niger, and the Brazilian is from Brazil, as I just said. So how did the fighters get it done?
The Brazilians from Brazil.
For Kamaru finishes 41% of his wins by TKO or KO, 53% by decision, and 6% by submission. Gilbert, 47% submission, 32% TKO, 21% by decision. How do I think this fight's going to go down? They're going to try to stand up, and Gilbert's going to be throwing a heat in the first round to try to bait Kamaru into a takedown. And they've probably been drilling this numerous times, and I think he might try to catch Kamaru in a guillotine going down. It's not going to work. And I think, honestly, Kamaru's top pressure, he's just going to clinch Gilbert along the fence, foot stomp him to death. The Nigerian nightmare, he's coming with the win. I don't think he's going to finish. Actually, he might finish Gilbert in like the fourth round because Gilbert's going to say, yo, like I'm down 4 rounds, bro. I need to, swing big. He's going to miss, and Kamaru's just going to drop him. And it's just going to be all she wrote. So I'm going with the Nigerian nightmare by 4th round TKO. Gabe, what do you got?
Yeah. I think I might have to agree with you and the MMA genie. He commented, they commented there, Usman by decision. I think it's going to be a decision, and I think Kamaru's going to get it. I'm not a big Kamaru fan.
Whoa.
I'm not a huge fan of his. I like Gilbert though. That Tyron Woodley fight was awesome. Completely wiped the deck with him.
You love seeing Woodley getting beat up, eh?
Yo, play his album. Are
you guys sure? You wanna?
No. Listen. Come on.
Falling in and out of love, in and out of love with you. Falling in and out of love, yeah.
That sounds like me when I'm singing on my way home from the bar, and it's like a 25-minute walk, and I'm just trying to get through the walk. Like it's like really, really long, and I'm like, I want to get home already. But anyway, I got Kamaru.
I might make that my new like workout track. So I'm
or your bedtime routine. Who knows?
Yeah, that shit will definitely send you to sleep, bro. That shit is trash. But
yeah,
Gabe,
go ahead, Gabe.
I think I got Kamaru. I think he's gonna. I think kind of like Daryl said, Gilbert's gonna come flying. He's gonna, he's gonna come out of the gates kind of like he did against Woodley. He almost put away Woodley like right there in the first like couple seconds of that fight. I think the same thing's gonna happen, but I think Kamaru's gonna end up getting him against the fence. He's gonna wear him out. And yeah, Usman's toughest test, like the MMA genie's saying. So even though he's boring at times, a lot of the time he's pretty boring. He gets the job done, and he's got a good game plan. He always, he gets it done. So
Gabe stays roasting Kamaru. Give him some credit, man.
I said he's good. He gets it done. Like he's a great fighter. He's just not exciting. You can't say he's exciting.
Hey man, if you love Khabib, you should love Usman. That's all I'm saying. But
MMA Genie is asking Daryl, saying, Daryl, what? TKO is going to be a decision.
TKO, you saw what he did to Colby, bro. Let's not pretend like Usman doesn't bring. Let's not pretend like Usman doesn't bring the foot stomps. You know what I'm saying? Foot stomps.
Foot stomp TKO.
That foot is gonna give out eventually, bro.
It was like a balloon. My
His
foot
foot was a balloon.
Yeah, bro. You got Kamaru by foot stomp TKO is good.
My foot was a balloon. My foot was a balloon.
That's gonna be Gilbert, man. Gilbert's gonna be like in Brazilian, in Portuguese, man.
Actually, sorry. Go ahead. Foot stomp TKO. First one in history. Kamaru.
Yeah. In this fight, honestly, like MMA Genie said, this is gonna be his toughest fight, I think. Because Gilbert Burns is good everywhere. He's got good striking, he likes to move forward. He can take a shot, and then he's got good kicks, jiu-jitsu on the ground, he's nasty. I don't think Kamaru Usman is gonna want to take this to the ground with Gilbert Burns because he knows like it's a losing fight down there for him, right? So
Debatable.
bro,
Debatable.
Burns, I don't know what third degree
Yeah.
black belt Burns is, but like he's a next
Listen,
level.
listen. I swear, Kamaru fought. What's that jiu-jitsu guy's name in the division?
Damian Maya, he knocked him out.
No, not Gilbert. I'm talking about Kamaru. Did Kamaru fight Gilbert?
I think he fought
No.
Damian Maya too. Kamaru fought Damian Maya, right?
Yo, if he's gonna take down Damian
Yeah.
Maya, he's gonna take down Gilbert Burns, bro.
I don't know if he took him down. That's the thing. I can't
You,
remember.
you really think that he stood and banged with freaking thing? That's not Kamaru's style, man. Unless you're Colby, probably took him down. Anyways, go through it and I'll go look at their stats and I'll see how many.
Yeah. Okay. So Kamaru Usman, this is what his third title defense because he defended against Colby, he defended against Masvidal. This is his third title defense, and he beat Willie to win it. So, third title defense for Kamaru Usman. Gilbert Burns, the guy has been in a 5, 6, 7. I mean, not 7, at least 5 or 6 wins straight at the 170, and he's fought his way up to get this fight. And I think this is Gilbert's time. I don't know why. I just feel like
you were right. Kamaru didn't attempt any takedowns, by the way. Damian Maya was 0 for 15 on takedowns on Kamaru. Just putting that out
there. Yep. So, in this fight, I'm going to be going with I want to say Kamaru Usman, but bro, I would not be surprised if Gilbert Burns knocks him out. I will not be surprised. Because like you guys said, the way the way Burns has been fighting and finishing people, like this is gonna be a tough fight. It's not gonna be an easy fight for anyone. And if Kamaru Usman wins this one easily, where he's just beating the shit out of Gilbert Burns, I'll be like, yo, you can't tell me that Kamaru Usman isn't the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? Like if he just messes up Burns,
he can't be the GOAT. He can't be.
No, listen. I will address the GOAT talk after this financial's done. Okay, I'm gonna address this because Kamaru's the welterweight GOAT, and I'll tell you why. That's all I'm saying.
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna go with Kamaru Usman, but my brain is telling me to pick Gilbert Burns. Something about me is just telling Gilbert Burns is gonna be the big underdog in this fight, and people should pick him if they want to make some money. That's what I'm thinking. So Daryl, go ahead. What are you gonna say?
Listen, Gabe. I struggle personally with people who don't consider him the GOAT. You know why, Gabe? Because has he had any close fights other than Colby? Like, honestly, ask yourself that. Have you seen anything remotely close to a chink in Usman's armor? Yes or no? Is there a hole you've seen in his game? Is there a person who you guys have seen he's gonna destroy Usman? Have you ever heard anyone say that?
No, maybe people just haven't figured out his game plan yet. Maybe people just haven't.
They know what's coming. They know he's a takedown heavy, pressure heavy, clinch heavy. Like you just can't do anything about it. And he imposes. He makes you fight his fight.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. There's no one who's made Kamaru fight the way the other guy wants to. Kamaru always imposes his will. The amount of times Colby hit Usman with chuck hooks makes me nervous here. Yeah, but he's not afraid of Colby's power. He sparred with Gilbert before, and Gilbert knows Usman hits hard. Yes, Gilbert hits hard, but the thing is with Gilbert, when he swings that overhand right, he leaves himself very susceptible to but no, Usman's second fight. Yeah. So Gilbert, when he throws that right hand, it's always with lights out intent. The same one he dropped Maya with, and I forget who else he dropped with the right hand. They were showing it as a highlight on the UFC's page.
I forget the guy's name, but
the guy threw a lazy jab with his left hand and came over the top. But if you
talking about Burns,
Yeah, when Burns
Yeah, that
fought
was Damian Maya. He dropped. That was Damian Maya. He
no, no,
dropped.
no. It was there was another guy who he fought who wasn't Damien that also got dropped. So,
True.
but the thing is, Gilbert puts a lot of energy into his punches, and that's the recipe for failing and succeeding against Kamaru. Because the more and more power you throw in those strikes, if you don't connect, you're just draining your battery at a severe level, and he has gas for days. You know what I'm saying? So does Gilbert, but in Gilbert's fight against Tyron, he was controlling the dance the whole time. How is Gilbert's conditioning when he's moving back, when he's defending takedowns? How is it when he's getting peppered in the face? Right? Since he's moved up to this weight class, he's been stomping guys. He's been pushing forward because they're so scared of his jiu-jitsu. But if you've been a teammate and the other guy's always been the better fighter than you, and now you want to challenge him, it's still like a mental piece of warfare, I think, that's happened in the training grounds. That's why Usman's like, I'll fight Gilbert, right? You know what I mean? If Gilbert was whipping Kamaru would be like, nah, I'm not doing that. Let Colby round 2. Or he'll find another excuse to not give it to Gilbert, right? So both fighters, I think it's the situation that like, oh, Gilbert, oh, like I might be able to submit Kamaru on the ground. So that's going to be my path to victory. And if Kamaru knows that, he's definitely going to avoid that under all costs. And I think that people don't give Kamaru Usman his thanks MMA Genius. Nice having you on. Thanks for the comments. Kamaru Usman's stand-up is very underrated, right? Because people say that it's trash, all he does is wrestle, but like other than Colby, who's really hit him?
Yeah, that's fair.
Right? So I don't want to chat you guys' ears off even more, but Kamaru to me is the GOAT. Like he's just like no one wants to fight him, and when they do, they end up getting whooped like Jorge Masvidal. You know what I'm saying? So like it's
for me it's
excuses, but I mean he took it on 7 days, so
whatever. Then don't take it. If there's gonna be an excuse, to take it.
I don't know. That's not what I'm saying though. But like
Kamaru also had 7 days to prepare for Jorge.
What's that?
Kamaru also had 7 days to prepare for Jorge. It's not like he was preparing to fight Jorge.
But that's my thing though, right? Is like game planning, right? There's only so much you can game plan. Usman still had a camp, even though he wasn't fighting for Jorge. He still had a camp before.
Yeah, but Gabe, come on, camp, no camp. How many fights has Jorge had?
He's had
what 40-something pro fights?
Yeah.
Like, bro, even Jorge said it himself. He's like, bro, like your training camp is just to get in shape. Like he's not really learning anything really super new. He knows how to fight.
No.
I
know, but like, I don't know. It still makes a difference. I don't know. Like, I'm not taking it anyway. Like, Usman is a great fighter. Like, he gets it done. Like, who knows? He could be the GOAT. Like, there's a good chance he will be the GOAT, right? I just think for him to be the GOAT, like what I look like, because everyone has different criteria that they look for in a GOAT, right? The reason why I still think GSP is the GOAT is because he avenged every loss, right? And I think Usman needs to be faced with that before he because right now he's
but then if he loses, he's gonna be like he can't be the GOAT because he lost. So like Usman's in a lose situation.
It's more impressive though if you lose and then come back and win. Who doesn't like a comeback story, right? Or not even a comeback story, just a rematch, right? And but I don't know.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
I think he needs to win some more fights and then maybe go.
I think 3 more title defenses and Kamaru Usman is undoubtedly the welterweight GOAT.
If he wins 3 more titles like in a row, like defenses against like high level guys, then yeah, sure, he's the GOAT. Sure. But I just
he still got some fights in him. Yeah.
Yeah. I want to see that rematch with Colby. I think that's going to be a really good rematch. For me, when I watch Kamaru fight, I think the way to win is just to annoy him. Like, whether it's like some kind of strike or just like, something to eat away at him, right? Because, I mean, no one's really eating away at him. Someone has to find that.
You can't, though. You can't, Gabe, because like you throw a low kick, he catches it, you're going for a ride. You throw a body kick, he catches it, you're going for a ride. You throw a head kick, you're off balance, you're going for a ride. He makes you pay. Any little mistake you make, he really makes you pay. So that's the problem with throwing risky strikes, right?
Well, no, I'm not saying risky. It doesn't even have to be a strike. It's just certain. Like the way you move, it could be the way you jump in and out. It could be grappling, it could be striking. But like everyone has a weakness. Everyone's human. Everyone's beatable, right? And like, I mean, he hasn't really been beaten, but like he can though. That's the thing, right? So until he retires, unbeaten like Habib. Well, I mean, I guess he has one loss, but like that was like
But yeah,
fucking.
it happened like
That's
early
what
in
I
his
mean.
career. He
That
got
was like
caught
a
like a
Stone Age.
guillotine.
That was a Stone Age. Yeah.
Mhm.
Anyway, I just want to see. I want to see that rematch because I think that rematch is going to be a big test. I think like if he wins that rematch, that's a big like another big plus for me like in his GOAT status, right? You take
Mhm.
it's like okay, you want a rematch? I'm going to give you the rematch. I'm going to whoop your ass again, right? If he does that, then yeah, that's something you got to take, right? So because I think like there's some guys you'll look at guys with like crazy records and it's like, well, who have they really been tested? And I'm not saying Usman. I'm saying other fighters, right? They'll come into the UFC, they'll have like insane records, and then they'll get their ass handed to them, right? So yeah, I don't know. I think he's beatable though. I do think he's beatable. Just like anyone is. Like I just know from like when I'm training and like the different partners that I'm sparring with, everyone has a little weakness. Everyone has a little tell, right?
Mhm.
And you get better at covering that up when you get more experience, whatever. But everyone has something, so everyone's beatable. But I agree with you, Daryl. I think he can be the GOAT. I think he's on the path to be the GOAT.
No,
He's
great,
definitely on the
great.
path.
Yeah, he's
I
on the path. Yeah, yeah.
Very well put. I couldn't add anything more if I wanted to, but that's our predictions, guys. Let us know what you guys think. Gabe, thanks again for coming on. You're a legend. We appreciate all the support you give with us and everything. We hope we can have you more and more on. Really
sure.
Gabe
appreciate
got
your
a shirt
insight.
too.
What's that?
I said you got your shirt too. Did
I
it
got
fit
it
okay?
somewhere here. Wait, let me get it. Let me get it.
Yeah, good on Canada Post. Very
You
good
guys don't
pricing.
know MMA podcast.
Let's
It's got
Hey,
go.
a merch
Let's
site.
go.
It's in
hey,
the bio, right? I think it's in the
Yeah,
Instagram.
it's in the bio.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's in the
Click that
bio.
bio,
Support.
go get that merch just like the Nelk boys, get those merch props,
Exactly.
Exactly. No, we
So,
appreciate it, man.
of
Thank
course,
you.
man. You guys are great. You guys are great. Yeah.
Thanks, brother. Asher, any last words?
Nah, man. Looking forward to it. Obviously, we're gonna hit you with the post fight, and yeah, I'll try if we're all available, we can do it right after the fight's over. If you guys want, just to get it out of the way as soon as the fights are done. If we can make it happen, we'll talk about it later.
Yeah, we'll
But
talk about it.
Yeah.
We'll discuss logistics
I
and
might
stuff.
be intoxicated.
are you
We'll see.
intoxicated?
Same.
I'm watching it
Same.
with my
I'm
buddy, so
usually
we'll see.
usually a
Yeah,
couple drinks deep during the fight. So yeah.
yeah. No
We'll see what
worries.
happens.
Anyways, guys,
All
we'll
right,
wrap it
take
up
it easy,
now.
boys.
See ya,
See ya.
man. The broadcast.